Okay, sorry that I rushed that on the last video. Here is, let me just redo that problem. What were we doing? Number 14. Okay, guys, this is where the puzzle gets a little tougher when there's a number in front of x squared. First, I look to see if there's something I can factor out, which I cannot. Okay, first I was thinking, oh, 9 goes into both these, but it doesn't go into this. 2 goes into these two, but it doesn't go into 9. Anyway, so I just set up my, in my brackets, my parentheses. And I think, what multiplies to 18x squared? And I probably would have started with 9 and 2. 9 times 2 is 18. And then I would have tried things that multiply to 14, 7 and 2. And I check my outer product and my inner product to see if they can somehow combine to 9. The outer product is 18x, 9x times 2. The inner product, 7 times 2x, is 14x. There's no way that 18 and 14 combine to 9. 18 minus 14 is 4. 18 plus 14 is big. I mean, so I'm done. So I'm done with 7 and 2 in this direction. I'm going to also try, this is why we do this in pencil. Maybe I'll try it this way. Okay, 9 times 7, oh, this is looking big. That's 63. Okay, my outer product is 63. My inner product is 4. That's not working. Okay, the only other thing to try is 14 times 1, but I'm feeling like that's too big. Okay, that's the only other things that multiply to 14 are 7 and 2 and 14 times 1. So 7 and 2 did not work with 9 and 2. So I can think of something else that multiplies to 18. I guess I picked the wrong thing here. Let's try 6 times 3. 6x times 3x is 18x squared. And now I'll try maybe I'll try 2 and 7 this way. My outer product is 42x. My inner product is 6x. That's not giving me 9. There's no way these combine to get 9. So, guess I picked the wrong order. Let me try 7 and 2 the other way. I'm going to put 7 here and 2 here. That gives me 6x times 2 is 12x. 7 times 3 is 21x. Oh, 21 minus 12 is 9. Okay, so then I have to think, well, I want a negative 9. So I want the bigger product to be bigger. I want the 21x to be negative, in other words. And I'd like the 12x to be positive. That will combine to a negative 9. The way I get 21x to be negative is if the 7 would be negative. And the way I get 12x to be positive is if the 2 is positive. Now, after all that, this is one of the hardest ones, and that's why I picked it to do, okay? Because the 18 has so many different options. And so, you know, it's a lot to try, but it's doable. You just try the combinations until you find it. If I foil this together, maybe I want to foil it together just to make sure. 6x times 3x is 18x squared. 6x times 2 is 12x. Negative 7 times 3 is negative 21x. Negative 7 times 2 is negative 14. I notice that I have the exact same problem because I would combine the middle terms and get negative 9x. Okay? We're just rewriting the trinomial as a factor of 2 binomials. Okay? 6x minus 7, 3x plus 2. Let's look at number 18. 18's tough. I'm noticing it's even. If I take 2 into each, I still get even. 4, I think 4 goes into everything. Let's take a 4 out. That gives us 20x squared plus 17x plus 3. Yay, that's way smaller to have to deal with. I don't want to deal with 80 and 68. Goodness sakes, right? That's tough. So what I'm going to do is just keep this 4 hanging around, okay? And I'm going to factor this. 20, I don't know. What are you thinking of? 20 is 4 times 5. I might try that, 4x and 5x. Hey, luckily 3 is just 3 and 1. I don't know what order, but let's try this. That's 12x and 5x. Is there any way that 12x and 5x, yeah, that gives me 17, doesn't it? There we go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to find it right away. Sometimes you just fall into it right away. Anyway, I might have had to play with, you know, some other things that maybe 10 times 2 or whatever, you know, but it worked out right away. I factor it or FOIL it, I get 20x squared plus 12x plus 5x, that's plus 17x, and then plus 3. Okay. Now, the next ones have to do with solving the equation. Whoops, I didn't even put them up here. The next ones, let's do, can we go down to 21? 21 is 4x squared minus 8x plus 3 equals 0. Solving these. Okay, we're solving these. So now I have, I'm going to try 2x and 2x. That multiplies to 4x squared. The only thing that multiplies to 3 is 1 times 3. Let's see, my outer product is 6x. My inner product is 2x. Yay, that adds up to 8x. Obviously, they're both the signs are the same and they're both negative. The plus here tells me that they're the same. The middle one tells me they're both negative. And that was how I'll get my negative 8x, is if I have a negative 2x plus a negative 6x. Okay, now I'm not done like I was in the previous problem. Okay, not quite done. Now I have to set 2x minus 1 equals 0 or 2x minus 3 equals 0. Here 2x would equal 1 if I add 1 to the other side. Divide by 2, I get x to equal a half. There's one of my answers, or I'm going to add 3, 2x equals 3, or x equals 1.5. You could write it as 3 halves, is fine, I don't care. Either way, 3 halves or 1.5. That's the answer to 21. Let's look right beside it at 22. Yay. There's only 2 terms. Thank you, Lord. Right? So glad. 9x squared minus 4 equals 0 is the difference of 2 squares. 3x plus 2, 3x minus 2. 3x plus 2 either equals 0 or 3x minus 2 equals 0. I subtract 2. I get 3x equals negative 2. Divide by 3. We get negative 2/3. Over here, I'm going to add 2 to the other side. 3x equals 2. X equals 2/3. That one's not quite as bad, is it? A wasn't equal to 1, but since it was just the difference of 2 squares, not a trinomial, not 3 terms, it turned out to be a little bit nicer. Okay, on the back, again, we have some that aren't quite set up for us. Okay, so I have something, let's look at 24. If you'll switch to the back. It's written like this, 18x squared plus 48x equals negative 32. I have to have it equal to 0. None of this works if I don't have it equal to 0. That's how we have the 2 factors multiply to 0, then one or the other is 0. I have to add 32x over here, actually I'm adding 32 to both sides, not 32x. I'm adding 32 to both sides, which gives me 18x squared plus 48x plus 32 equals 0. Okay? And then you go from there. All right? That's an 18. Sorry, it's kind of hard. Notice they're all even, right? At least take a 2 out, guys, to make this simpler. 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. Okay? That'll make that factoring a bit easier. I'm not going to do this one, all right? I want you to figure it out. Think of things that multiply to 9, things that multiply to 16, okay? Let's see if you can get that one. Number 26, I would also like to set up for you. 26, we have 5x squared minus 2x minus 6 equals a mess. Negative 3x squared plus 6x. You can't have it equal to that mess. It has to be a big 0 there. So I'm going to add 3x squared. That gives me 8x squared minus 2x minus 6 equals 6x. Oh, still have something there that's not 0, so I'm going to subtract 6x. And I get 8x squared minus 8x minus 6 equals 0. Again, I'm going to take a 2 out to make my factoring easier. And then I'm going to go from there. I'm going to let you go from there, okay? Please. You'll need to factor this now. What multiplies to 4x squared? Maybe it's 2x and 2x. And then you put your 3 and 1. Maybe it's 4x and 1x. And then you put your 3 and 1. Okay, but you have, play with that until you get that one. Okay? And I think we're in good shape then from there. Good luck with these and just keep working through them. I want to see all this work. I want you to see that you have tried all these problems by the next time I see you in class. Okay, so or tried most of them. All right, we will have some time in class to work. Like I said, we are just working on this. We're not learning anything new this week. It's practice, practice, practice time. Okay? All right, see you in class.